With the conclusion of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, we'll be saying goodbyes to a lot of football legends, but I want to talk about three of them in particular. Talking about Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Neymar Jr. For me, these are the three players who has excited me the most. This is an end to a wonderful, entertaining, and beautiful era, especially when you look at the rivalry between Ronaldo and Messi. You might say, oh, one of them is more obsessed with talking about the rivalry or more obsessed with building himself or focusing on the rivalry and all of that. But you cannot deny that having a close competitor or a quiet competitor will help you uplift your game. And I think that competition literally help both players. And I want to give each and every of these players that flower. I will start with Neymar Jr. For me, Neymar Jr. was the prince that never became the king. And it's because of the fact that he played in the same era with Ronaldo and Messi. Because looking at his career and everything he did, I think if he was in another era, at least he would have won a Ballon d'Or. But he was unfortunate to be in the same era with Lionel Messi and Ronaldo. That doesn't take away from his contribution, especially when you look at that MSN partnership with Luis Suarez, Messi, and Neymar. That was one of the best partnership ever. They also went toe-to-toe with the BBC partnership of Benzema, and Cristiano Ronaldo. But still, Neymar was the prince that never became the king. And with this World Cup, I don't think we will ever see Neymar again in a FIFA World Cup because regardless of his age, him going to this World Cup was just out of respect because his knee is long gone. He has been battling a knee injury for so many years and he just happened to get this call to this World Cup because of pressure on Ancelotti and so many people wanting to see Neymar once more. But I think that's the end. Ronaldo, he gets chastised when he say, oh, winning the Euro was one of the greatest achievements for him. People tend to take that statement out of context. For me, he's saying the truth because prior to Ronaldo, Portugal won nothing. I mean, zero trophy. But with Ronaldo, Portugal ended up winning two trophies, the Euros and the Nations League. For him, those two trophies are not just another trophies. They are very personal because he was the one that made Portugal start winning. So it's not like they were winning before him. They had zero international trophies. So people saying, oh, Ronaldo is just trying to cope, saying, oh, Euro is very important. It's true. Because prior to him winning the Euros, himself and Lionel Messi had no international trophies, and that was a debate. But he was the first person to win it. But at the end of the day, the biggest international trophies of them was the World Cup, and that was the only trophy he couldn't win for Portugal. And that's the upper hand Messi has. That's the reason why I say Messi is the greatest of all time. Because you can be so great, but without the World Cup, you can't fight for the post of being the greatest of all time. It's not to knock Ronaldo. Ronaldo did everything he could. Ronaldo has done so much for football. His name will live on after him. And I feel in 2030, I don't expect to see Ronaldo at the World Cup because by then he must have been 45 years old. So that would take a lot of endurance, a lot of fitness, a lot of hard work to get there. I don't see it happening. He might take part in the next Euro, yeah, but I don't expect to see Ronaldo in the next World Cup. But regardless, his legacy will live on. And aside the banter, the trolling, everybody knows Ronaldo was also one of the reasons why we enjoyed football in this era. The showmanship, the aura, the drama and the everything. It made football lively. It made football feel like, oh, it's not just being robotic or we are not just here to play football. The other razzmatazz that comes with it, Ronaldo, Neymar, they brought it. Why for Messi? Messi is just football. Messi is just football. I mean, he did it all. He won it all. He completed football. And that's something we have to give him a lot of respect for because prior to him winning that first Copa America, a lot of Argentina fans turned on him because they saw what he was doing for Barcelona. They saw he was doing for his club side, the Ballon d'Ors, the goal records, the assist record and everything. And Argentina fans wanted that too because they looked up to him as their next Maradona. And trying to fill the shoes of Maradona, especially in the eyes of the Argentina fans, it's not easy. And that pressure was too much at some point. But he finally cracked it. And for me, even prior to this 2026 World Cup, I said it already, Messi is the greatest of all time. He cemented that position after winning that 2022 World Cup. So regardless of whatsoever happened in this 2026 World Cup, it was never going to tarnish or remove anything from his legendary status. This is just me. giving kudos and flowers to these three players, because I think we'll no longer see them in the World Cup. And there are other players that deserve a shout or that deserve recognition. But for me personally, I think these three players made these last 2 decades an era of football enjoyable for all of us. The banters, the trolling, the competition, and everything. I just needed to give them special shout outs and recognition and to say thank you for making us fall in love more with football. I know football won't be the same without these guys, but we will try and enjoy